Sup, my dudes, Valkyrja, and today I want to talk to you guys about the basic YouTube scene right now for Star Rail, because this game just came out, it's hot, fresh, it's new, everybody's doing all this, everybody's doing what they can on YouTube to get views, to generate interest, etc., and all that. I don't want to talk about it. I wasn't going to talk about it at all, but it's becoming a little bit of a problem, right? And I want to talk about basically everything and my thoughts on the matter, and see what you guys think, see if anybody agrees with me, or see if I'm just being schizophrenic, I don't know. Anyways, I want to talk, I was going to make videos about the characters, which I want to talk about March specifically, because March is the first character you get. March is insane. But I want to talk about this first, because this is kind of a big deal, because I know a lot of people are going to be looking at other people's guides, advice, etc., and they're going to get very misled. So, I feel like there's a lot of content creators who are new to turn-based games as a whole, and I want to talk about stuff in general. So let's say, for example, right? Let's say you see a content creator talk about Kafka. Kafka is a character that's going to come out eventually. We know what she does because you get to use her in the tutorial. And she is basically a DOT popper, which is very good. She's going to be very, very strong whenever she comes out. But you decide to save for Kafka, right? You save for Kafka, but then when Kafka comes around, you have, because some content creator told you Kafka is going to be insane, you have 0 DOT units to use with her. Well, she's useless. She's literally useless on your account. Like, I get it, you want her, but because you don't have DOT to apply to pop, she literally cannot be used. It's just the way of the game. And what I'm trying to get at is there's a lot of content creators creating tier lists, creating you need to wait to summon for this character, making these tier lists saying this character's good, this character's good. This game is not about its individual characters. I don't know how to explain it more than just talking about team synergies. But basically, this game is not about individual characters. This game is about having a synergistic team that functions and flows together well to take on whatever challenges you have in front of you. For example, my team consists of Claire, Seal, March, the very first character you get, and Natasha, the free-to-play healer that you get. And basically the way it works is March directs aggro to Clara, who has a counter who hits really hard. Normally hits about everybody, can also hit AoE with ult active. And then Seal uses her on-kill reset to clean up after the AoE happens. So Seal can also do a lot of damage to the elites because she's just a very, very high damage dealer. So you either have Seal dealing a lot of damage to the elites, or you have AoE damage going on between Clara and then Seal cleaning up. And that's how this team works. It's a synergistic team. And the way this is like, let's say, for example, I didn't have Seal. Instead, I had, like, I don't know, Welt or Japard. And I tried to make this exact same team. It wouldn't work because I don't have the synergy between Clara, Seal, and March. Natasha doesn't really offer a whole lot of synergy here. But I don't have the synergy between the units. Like, Japard obviously would just create more shields, or Welt would just do more AoE whenever the AoE is already being provided by Clara. What I'm trying to say is that different units synergize with different teams, and you have to make a synergistic team to the point where these guides of, wait for this character, just do not work. They do not make sense. You cannot play the game functionally off a single character. One single character is not going to beat the game for you. It's going to be the team you develop around the character. There are teams that function primarily around single target DPS. Like, for example, if you have Welt, run Dan! I can't stress this enough. Welt plus Dan is a broken combo. Welt provides slow on top of his skill. On his skill, he has a 65% base chance of slow. If he applies the slow, you get the extra bonus damage on Dan's ult to where it's a nuke. Dan plus Welt is a very strong combo. And the thing with tier lists and all that, I saw somebody tier list put, where's she at? Where's my girl, Herta? Put Herta at the very bottom. This is one of the best AoE clears in the game. This is one of the best farming units in the game. Her AoE clear, thanks to her passive, is insane. When an ally's attack causes enemy's HP percentage to fall below 50% or lower, she'll launch a follow-up attack dealing ice damage equal to 26% of Herta's attack to all enemies. And the thing is, with ice damage, is it has a chance to freeze. So, what I'm getting at, right? The thing I'm getting at is that Different characters work fundamentally. There's no character that's inherently bad except for maybe Arlan, and that's maybe because I just don't see a use for Arlan. There's no character that's bad. Every character is good in a specific team built around them. And I think even with Arlan, if you take him into Simulated Universe, you build him up, you take him into Simulated Universe, you put a bunch of destruction blessings on him, you stack a shitload of destruction blessings, I'm pretty sure you can get some really good usage out of Arlan if you take him into Simulated Universe and stack a ton of destruction blessings. The thing is everyone is usable everywhere. Because the thing you want to do is have synergistic teams, not single strong units. Hopefully my rant's making sense to you guys, because you want to build around team compositions, not singular units. That's not how this game works. You're not able to plug in there's not a Bennett, there's not a Sucrose, there's not a one-size-fits-all for any team, except for maybe someone like Natasha or Bailu, simply because they're healers, and they're just going to heal you because you're going to take damage in this game. Somebody like Japard even could be a one-size-fits-all because he shields everybody. There's very few one-size-fits-all characters inside this team, or inside this game. In the end, it depends on what your team needs, right? Hopefully that makes sense. That's kind of the rant I wanted to get across, because I see all these YouTubers saying, you need to save for this unit, you need to save for this unit, you need to do this, you need to do that. You can absolutely summon for who you want, but keep in mind, this game is going to be extremely difficult if your team does not synergize well. To get back to my point earlier with Kafka, if you're running Kafka, you're going to want lots of DOTs like Hook, for example. Hook applies DOT on top of the skill. So you're going to want a lot of DOTs like Hook. You're going to want a lot of DOTs like, what is his name? Sampo? I think his name's Sampo, yeah. You're going to want a lot of DOTs like Sampo. You want a lot of DOTs like Hook. You're going to want a lot of damage over time characters like Himiko. Himiko can also do damage over time once you get her to Ascendancy, I think it's like 4. Once you get her to Ascendancy 4, Himiko's a good DOT. You're going to want a lot of DOT characters run with Kafka. I'm really excited for Kafka, so I'm eventually going to build Hook and start building a second team to run Kafka with. But you want to synergize with what the characters can go with. You want to think of applicable situations in which the character can thrive, and you want to stick them all together. You don't want to focus down on singular characters, because this game is all about team building. It's not about, there's not going to be one character that carries your team. It is a team game. You have to have a strong team. Anyways, into the rant. Let me know what you guys think. Am I wrong? Am I right? Am I losing my damn mind? Do other content creators know more than me? Am I big L stupid? Or do you guys think I'm telling people some stuff they need to hear? I just personally don't want people to get misled, because I know whenever I start making guides, I'm going to be trying to explain why a character is good, who works well with them, what team compositions, what you want to try to look for to make the character succeed. I'm going to be trying to explain the things, but I want to make sure I accumulate enough actual playtime and personal experience from playing the game before I actually start talking about stuff like that, because as you guys can see, I'm currently level 33, heading towards level 34, working my tuchus off and getting there, and I will make sure to let you guys in on what I find out whenever I finally get to a point where I want to talk about all the characters. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.